Afternoon, gang. Keep watching this video because unfortunately I'm going to be a big fat party pooper, and let me explain why. So everyone seems to be in celebration mode today because digital ID has been defeated apparently, but I put a video on earlier explaining why I don't think that is the case. And yes, it was a victory. Yes, it's really good news. I'm not denying that in any way. But my belief is that they will still absolutely try and sneak it in through the back door. They are still insisting on a form of digital ID for company directors. Apparently for veterans there's another form of digital ID. And I believe that what will happen is that bit by bit, they're just going to make it increasingly ever more difficult for you to transact your life by using the old forms of ID, i.e. your passport and your driving licence and a bank statement as a proof of ID, or a utility, or whatever it might be, utility bill. I think they're going to make that more and more difficult, and so eventually everyone will willingly or unwillingly be forced down the path of digital ID, and I think that's what they have got planned over the course of the next 3, 4, 5 years. However, in the interim, it's a victory, it's good news, yes, let's celebrate. However, two other things have come to my notice today, and they were drawn to my attention by a fella, Proud Geordie, who flags up some brilliant information on X. I would go and give him a follow if you can, Proud Geordie, good guy on X. And two things he's drawn to my attention. Zia Yusuf of the Reform Party has had an op-ed article published in the Telegraph today. And he has flagged up the fact that Starmer and the government, as part of their online safety bill, which has gone through Parliament, contained in the depths of that, deep within it, is the ability to force through something called client-side scanning. Essentially what that will do is mean all of the technology companies, all of the phone companies, all of the messaging apps, people like WhatsApp, Signal, Telegram, etc., will, in theory at least, although they will fight back against it, be forced to put software on all of your devices which effectively pre-screens everything that you type. It reads everything you type. It reads every message that you want to send before you send it. So it evades the cryptography, it evades the encryption that is built into apps like WhatsApp and Telegram and Signal by actually reading what you've typed before you even hit send. Now this was going through in the EU. The EU were trying to force this through, and fortunately it got defeated before Christmas, and it hasn't happened in the EU. But it is still part of our online safety bill, and there is a chance that they're going to try and ram it through over here. So essentially what that will do is turn all of your devices, your phones, your tablets, whatever it is that you use to send messages, into a grass in your own house. It will be effectively screening what you say, screening your messages, capturing any message that you're going to type out, flagging up any buzzwords, and potentially reporting that direct to the authorities. This is a real thing. I'd like to think that because it got defeated in the EU, we might actually be able to spin their own laws around against them and use ECHR regulations to say, well, look, it was defeated in the EU because they felt that it contravened privacy laws. If it's not going to happen in the EU, how the hell are we going to pass it over here? So we may be able to defeat it on that basis, but it's happening. It is something that is part of the online safety bill. Go and read about it. It's in there. Something else that's happened. Do you know who Eva Vlaardinbroek is? Eva Vlaardinbroek is an extremely articulate, extremely bright, brilliantly talented spokeswoman in the Netherlands, or from the Netherlands, who speaks out against the EU, against globalism, against digital ID, against some of the things that went on during the COVID period, and against where she feels the world is being dragged, and against a lot of big names in the public sector, and very much against governments like the Dutch government when they were trying to enforce restrictions on the farmers. She's very much on the side of the farmers all across Europe, and she's very heavily criticised Keir Starmer. Well, this government have just sent her a message saying, I'm very sorry, Eva, but we are withdrawing your ETA. What is your ETA? It's your electronic travel visa, essentially. All citizens from non-visa countries, so parts of the USA, Canada, the EU, etc., need to have an ETA to be able to come to the UK. They have withdrawn hers. Their grounds for withdrawing it is they just don't feel that her presence in the UK would be conducive to the public good. What? She's not a terrorist. She's not been convicted of any crimes. She never, as far as I'm aware, calls for violence, advocates any violence. She's not that sort of a person. She's just a very harsh critic of a lot of these governments, and we've banned her because of it. So it's very difficult to say we're not marching towards a big brother state when, yes, we've sort of temporarily defeated digital ID, but that's still going to go through. It's still a thing. It's still in existence. It's still going to happen. When the government, as part of their online safety bill, is trying to roll out client-side scanning of every message, every email, everything you type onto your devices before you send it, and will report you if you say anything they don't like. And now they're banning critics from even travelling to the country. Bear in mind that in this country, we allow imams and hate preachers from overseas and from Islamic countries to come and talk in our universities. We allow people that have openly advocated for and called for violence to come and talk in our country. Yet a woman that criticises the government and has never called for violence, never advocated violence, we're banning her. It is a big brother state. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you try and deny it. That is where we're heading. It's thought police. It's thought control. It's hate crime control. It's Big Brother. It's 1984. It's totalitarianism. And they've not just imposed it so we can all see it clearly. They're bringing it in step by step by step by step by step by step. Problem, reaction, solution. They create a little problem. We all react to it. They put in place a solution. And that's exactly what the online safety bill is. And now look how they're using it. They want to scan every single one of your messages. They want to ban people that criticise them. It's really worrying. So yes, we won a small victory yesterday, over digital ID, but do not count your chickens. Do not rest on your laurels. Do not do any of those cliches that they will always ask you to do. This is just a minor battle won. The war is still very much ongoing and we need to keep fighting it peacefully, so don't ban me.